Broken Wings.
I'm Blackbird. Holly calls me the hero because I always save the day and fight for what I believe in. Broken wings and all. I'm a fighter. I'm loud. I'm angry. And I show it. If that scares you, too bad, so sad, because I'm taking over this project. I'm 9 years old and just started 4th grade. Not to brag, but I'll be a big middle schooler soon. And a preteen. That's like almost a teenager. My mommy and daddy are divorced, so I go back and forth between their houses every other day with my little brother, Blue Jay. Don't you mean Rocky? No, I call him Blue Jay now. It's my era and my story, stupid baby. I'm not a baby. At my mom's house, we sometimes get to see her boyfriend, Jim. He's this rich Italian guy who farts a lot and jokes about poo. Then at my dad's house, we have lots of cats. Tom, Jealous, and Squirt. Their mom, Mama Cat, ran away. But we still have their brother Briscoe at my mom's house. What? Mama Cat ran away? Ugh, that's it! Holly! Get Wild Child out of here! I'm trying to start my story!
Yeah, good idea. Let's not traumatize her worse.
But I want to help. Come on, Blackbird, please. No way! Besides, you probably won't like what happens anyways. I'm doing the hero thing. I'll tell the hardest part of our story because no one else deserves to. I'm the strongest out of all of us. So don't worry, I've got this.
Sacrifice.
I love my mommy. She's the strongest person I know. Before I was born, she used to run her own cleaning company. But then she became a stay-at-home mom. I'm really grateful because I got to spend most of my childhood with her. She always took good care of me. She tells me stories and reminds me all the time.
This is the only era where I cling to my mother, where I buy into all her gaslighting, all her lies, and defend her to the grave. I played the part she always wanted me to during Blackbird's era. The loving bond we shared was so superficial.
After Daddy left, Mommy took her time finding a new job. She really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom for my little brother too, but our savings ran out quickly. Mommy always buys name-brand stuff. She says,
just because your daddy isn't around doesn't mean we have to sacrifice our way of life.
And so, in order to keep us comfortable and happy, she took on some really horrible jobs. I felt so guilty watching her come home and cry all the time. She dropped out of high school because of her abusive stepfather and emancipated at 15 years old. So finding a good job was really hard for her. But she never gave up. She inspires me so much to persevere, no matter how sucky things get. Thank you, Mommy, for working so hard for us. I'll love you always for that. And always feel guilty, too.
Feel better soon.
Ever since the divorce, Daddy has been struggling. Sure, we built our shell of a mobile home up into a cozy home, but it took a lot of hard work and money. The family electrical business only had one employee left, and that was him. It was up to Daddy to make enough money for my brother and I, as well as my nanny and papa, too. We were really poor. Food stamps were the only way we could afford to eat at both of my houses, which meant on payday, we'd eat like kings and queens. But after a while, it would all run out, and we'd have to rely on school for our meals. Ugh.
I genuinely don't know if we would have survived without those government assistance programs. I'm grateful we had it, but man, did it create a lot of food anxiety and insecurity for Blackbird.
And while Mommy had found true love with Jim, Daddy was still really heartbroken over the divorce and wasn't dating anyone. He was too busy working and spending as much time as he could with us. That, and he was busy drinking beer.
It was his addiction. His coping mechanism for all the hardships life tormented us with. I can't blame him for trying to dull the never-ending hell we went through every single day, but I do hold him accountable for choosing that damn bottle over his kids.
Here, Daddy! I know you're tired and sad, so I got you this!
I hope you feel butter, huh?
You know what I mean!
Thanks, baby.
I wish I had known that I was hand-feeding my hero the poison that would eventually kill him. I can't blame myself. And I won't. Puffkin. Jim was, without exaggeration, the light of my life during Blackbird's era. While Dad was busy spiraling into alcoholism and Mom was busy fueling her narcissistic supply, Jim was the only sane adult I had to rely on, and goddamn did he make up for everyone else's inexcusable slack.
Ugh, I don't don't want to get all sappy, but Jim does a lot for me. He helps me with my math homework and doesn't yell at me if I cry. He drives me to the bus stop on cold days so I can stay warm in the car. He always buys me new things that I need without guilting me, and most of all, he plays games with me. He just likes making stories and characters with me. No other adult is like Jim. What the heck? Why does your Animal Crossing guy have pink hair? He's a boy!
That's Puffkin. He loves flowers and decorating houses and going to gay days at Disney.
What's that mean?
It means he's fabulous!
No, not Puffkin! What's gay mean? I thought it meant happy, like in those old Christmas songs.
It's special. It means two people of the same gender love each other, so two daddies or two mommies instead of one of both.
Ew! That's weird!
I had internalized a lot of hate by that point, and was rarely exposed to any kind of diversity. But I theorized Jim was bisexual. Between the interior decorating, suspicious amount of male bodybuilder magazines, and how freely he spoke of supporting LGBTQ+ topics, I can only guess he was closeted. He was not gay, Holly. Trust me, I would know.
Tom Nook, you are looking gorgeous today, honey. Oh my god.
Right. Buzz.
Once Goldie and I were able to escape that crappy old daycare, Mommy made sure I went to a much better one. But sadly, we were separated. Still best friends, but we couldn't see each other except on playdates. It made me realize how much I don't like loving people. They always leave me. And there's nothing I can do about it. I tried really hard not to make any more friends in the new after-school program. But, I hate that I'm smiling because these two dorks wouldn't leave me alone. They didn't give up on me even though I was really mean. Buzz was this gentle, lanky kid who was also autistic. I also met Dove. She was very shy and awkward too. Man, those dweebs were total losers before they met me. We became an unstoppable trio. We were obsessed with Pokemon. I'm really glad I had those two, but I swear they'll be the last friends I'll ever have. Just gonna wait for them to abandon me and then all this stupid heartbreak will be over.
Demonic tendencies. I had some demonic tendencies as a child. Ones that I often joke about to other people and then find out when they don't laugh that they were actually a little disturbing. So,
I tried to poison my brother a lot.
Why, Blackbird? Literally, why?
I don't know, I was bored and he was annoying. I cut open an ice pack from the freezer, dyed it with Food Guy, and tried to get him to eat it. He didn't though. I guess I didn't make it smell very good.
How did a 9-year-old think of this? Literally, what activated my kill drive and possessed me to do that?
Boredom?
Are you sure? Are you sure we're not secretly evil or something?
I also sprayed Febreze in his eyes once because he wouldn't leave me alone.
Blackbird!
And hit him with blocks when he cried for no reason.
Evan, I'm so sorry she's like this. Thanks for still being my brother despite everything.
Oh, Blue Jay, be careful not to pull that one specific hair out of your head or else it'll all fall out.
Evil. Littlest Pet Shops.
Listen up, people. I'm about to tell you all of our famous Littlest Pet Shop stories. Alex and Sally are brother and sister who live with their mommy and daddy in the big house.
It was a huge dollhouse I was gifted during Wild Child's era. I remember getting creepy, hyper-realistic dolls with it too. So what did my inner children decide to do?
We had all our animal toys chase the humans out of the big house.
And eat them! And eat them!
My favorite part of the dollhouse was the bathroom, because Blue Jay put cat food in the toilet to make it look like poop.
Delightful.
Along with the kittens, we had other famous LPS figures, such as Robin the Chinchilla. He was Spanish and a total heartthrob. Then there's Shadow. He has a dark and mysterious past that only his brother knows about. It may or may not involve the human murder incident, but the whole kingdom was ruled over by a trio of identical queens, all named Queenie. Don't forget about Jake the dog, and Spencer the hamster, and
we're gonna be here all day. They had like hundreds of those things. Tooth Fairy.
Look, Blackbird, I lost a tooth eating a Tootsie Roll. Whoa! You know what that means? Tooth Fairy! Hey, put Spidey a note to put the tooth and maybe ask her for something. What if you could get something really cool, like a Webkins instead? You really think she could do that? Duh, Blue Jay. She's magic. Trust me, I'm older, so I know.
In fact, she knew a little too much. Blackbird was notoriously nosy. She found out about every childhood secret from Santa to the Tooth Fairy really quick. Shockingly, the truth never broke me as a kid, only inspired me to help others enjoy it like I once did.
Jim! I had the best idea ever! Can you help?
Webkins from the Tooth Fairy, huh?
Mommy and Daddy were too busy to do stuff for Blue Jay like they used to do for me. And that wasn't fair! My brother deserved to have Tooth Fairy magic too, even though I knew it wasn't real. You were right, baby! I got a cotton candy bunny! And she wrote me this note that kind of looks like your handwriting!
Even though it wasn't your job, you did good, Blackbird.
I know! I'm the best.
Arcade. Dinner! I made chicken and yellow rice!
Ugh, I don't want this. What? Me neither.
Ugh! Don't be so ungrateful! There's starving people in Africa who would die for this food!
Why don't we go to beef?
Yay!
My mother could not cook. Most of the food she made regularly literally traumatized me. But there was a local restaurant down the street Jim loved taking us to, a sports bar called Beef's. They had very average pub-style meals, but in the very back of the place was Blackbird's favorite safe haven.
The arcade. I'm obsessed with arcade machines. My favorites are claw machines. I'm super hyperfixated on them. I mean, the machines themselves, not the prizes. I just love watching them function and the skill it takes to pick up and grab objects. I could explode! DareToTheBomb.com. Jim would always give us arcade money after we finished eating so we could play while he and Mommy were all lovey-dovey and gross and all whatever. We win all kinds of little toys, stickers, and plushies from the capsule machines and strategy games. You should have seen Jim's face when I won 5 times in a row!
You robbed him dry, kiddo!
She seriously did! Boat's leaving.
Mommy, Jim, Blue Jay, and I are all going on a cruise. It's a giant boat that's like a hotel with swimming pools and unlimited ice cream. But it didn't go as planned.
Not at all.
The cruise ship people took our luggage before we got on the ship. 3 of us made it on, but Jim, he was gonna get left behind. He didn't have a passport, just his birth certificate. So he insisted we leave without him and have fun. I begged and cried and pleaded with Mommy. We couldn't leave Jim like that. She eventually agreed, but there was a huge problem.
Blue Jay's Tiggy was on board already. All our luggage was leaving without us.
Jim scrambled to pay some employees to find our suitcases literally as the ship was pulling away. My brother clinged to the fence, sobbing, and I couldn't help but to remember the golden puppy. It was happening all over again.
But those cargo employees were built different, literally leaping the gap across the ocean and the port, making it out with only my brother and I's things. The rest was never reclaimed.
Blue Jay reunited with his stuffed animal, and Jim was really sorry for ruining everything. I was really disappointed.
But really, Jim saved the day. I'm grateful I got my things back even though we missed out on the trip.
I'm not.
Nick Hotel.
Since our last vacation got canceled, Jim decided we'd do something else this summer. Something really special for Blue Jay's birthday. We went to the one and only Nickelodeon Hotel! The resort was decked out in cartoons. There was a monstrous water park in the middle with a giant slime bucket that dumped green water on us. People in costumes walked around too, but...
What's the matter, Blackbird? Why would you be scared of that? Look, wild child, it's Elmo! And Big Bird! Big Bird! Big Bird!
As I said, I'm not scared of anything. My brother had the best birthday ever, getting slime and literally meeting SpongeBob SquarePants in real life. Heck, even our bunk beds in the hotel room were SpongeBob themed. It was a dream come true, no matter how creepy the mascots were.
Seriously though, what the fuck is wrong with old mascots? They are so scary, dude. Funny once. Bambinos, guess what I've got?
Oh, we? No way!
With it came the classic Wii Sports. We bowled until our arms turned into noodles and would spend hours making me's to join us on our baseball teams. Our game library grew more and more over time, but Blackbird had some notable favorites.
Bicycle Sims Kingdom, and Super Mario Galaxy. Come on, Jim! Voice the characters with me!
Alright.
Mario is going to the Red Star. He has a secret and he's not telling.
So good!
My mother was funny once. And I mean once in my entire life. She sang a piece of dialogue from that game to the tune of the background, and I can't recall her doing anything more hilarious than that. I think it meant a lot to Blackbird. Slow down, Mario!
You're so funny, Mommy! I wish you'd play with us more.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, shut up. I do plenty with y'all. Give me a break. And she's back. And was never funny again. Moving in.
I'm so excited! Jim is moving into Mommy's house! He's bringing all his fancy decorations, including the fake grapes and lavender candles from his old house! He's also helping Mommy paint the walls. No more boring old white. He picked out lots of rusty brown colors because he said he wanted to be reminded of his favorite thing ever. Poop! Ugh, that's so gross, Jim! He also brought all his fish tanks, too! He had some really cool tropical fishies that we got to take care of and name, like Lollipop and Sucky. Okay, well, Blue Jay named the posthumous that, not me. I got a special fish to put in there, an albino weather loach I named Ramen. He'd always sit inside the pineapple house, and he'd do a cute little wiggly dance to tell us rain was coming.
I got very attached to that little fish. He was by far the coolest aquatic animal I had.
Jim's also starting up his own business, too! It's to sell vitamins and supplements, kind of like a health store.
Jim was born with a condition called cystic fibrosis. It affected his lungs and digestive system. He always had a wheezy breath and coughed a lot and was on a very vigorous diet and exercise routine. Despite everything, he put his health first and really took good care of himself, which is what inspired his online business.
Every night, I get to sleep in an oversized company t-shirt. I hope I can be successful like Jim someday.
Yeah, something like that.
Lame.
Hey! Fashionista.
Oh yeah, it's back to school shopping, baby! I'm getting all the Bobby Jack clothes I can. What are you gonna get, Blue Jay? Well, I don't know yet.
How about this? Oh, how stinking cute would you be in this, Blue Jay? We're getting it. Done.
I think Blue Jay should decide what he wants to wear, Mommy. Not you. Yeah, I want to wear this, Mommy.
How dare you ruin my little fashionista! She meant it with all her soul. Mom actually resented me for teaching my little brother to have free will and opinions that differed from hers. She punished me for being the control freak mother hen during Wild Child's era, when in reality, I just wanted the kid to have some kind of freedom. Mom was still hell-bent on controlling me, and while I was starting to crack, I wasn't about to let my brother be her next victim. Say it, Blackbird.
Frick you, Mommy! We're not your fashion dolls to dress up. We're people! Wear what you want, Blue Jay. Yeah! I'll get the outfit instead.
Oh. 5 a.m.
Before school started again, Daddy saved up and got us a Wii for his house. Our favorites were Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Animal Crossing City Folk.
I had played both those titles since the GameCube, and they truly were the best of my childhood. But I never would have guessed that my dad would soon get an addiction to Animal Crossing, just as bad, if not worse, than we did.
Daddy Blue Jay and I would swap out controllers every hour to take turns helping out the town. We even got a special guidebook to help us collect every fish, bug, and item in the game.
Dad got so into this damn game that he would specifically wake up at 5 a.m. before school just to play before we woke up. He'd sell all the fruit, pull the weeds, water the plants, and place those hard-earned bells right outside our houses in games so we'd have gifts to wake up to.
I remember hearing the soundtrack through the wall as I woke up sometimes. It made me smile, knowing Daddy was always working so hard, even when playing games, just for us.
It's literally the sweetest thing. Couldn't afford anything in real life, but worked just as hard in a virtual world to help us live out our wildest Animal Crossing dreams.
Red Snapper, 3,000 bells.
Yay! We're rich, Daddy! We're rich!
Cuddles. Blackbird and Blue Jay to the front office, please, for early sign-up.
Whoa, that never happens. I hope everything's okay. What if we're going to a theme park? Oh my god, we're totally those lucky kids right now!
Babies, you'll never guess what I found on the job site today.
A kitten?
He was a tiny Siamese cat Dad pulled out of a dumpster. We decided to name him Cuddles because he was the sweetest little baby.
Jealous! I know you're jealous, but you've got to be gentle with the baby. Oh, he peed on me! Ew, 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 ew!
It wasn't my first time raising kittens, and it was one of the best surprises of my life to have little Cuddles enter our lives. But, unfortunately, our bacon-loving boy didn't get fixed because Dad was too busy, and he ended up running away when he was older.
I made posters and looked everywhere, but I couldn't find Cuds. A lot of our pets die or run away. Maybe I'm not a good veterinarian after all. It's all my fault.
It wasn't your responsibility, Blackbird. It was the adult's job.
Shut up! Yes, it was! I failed! Don't baby me!
Okay, gonna need a different approach for this inner child. The maple tree.
Come on, girl, you know this one.
I don't. I suck!
Hey, easy there.
Don't look at me! What do you want? It feels like it's getting harder and harder to keep it on all the time. But you're right. Bad things are always gonna happen. Tomorrow won't be better. It always gets worse somehow. So, I'll be strong. I'll wear the mask. Because at the end of the day, bad things happen to me because I deserve it. I must have done something bad to have God punish me like this. Oh no! Trickster! You're so big and heavy! Please, just shrink down!
It responds to you, Blackbird. He feeds on your negativity. He turns it into depression and anxiety. You can't let him. He's tricking you to believe in terrible life lessons we never should have learned.
Then what am I supposed to do?
Take off the mask.
No!
Blackbird, I can't help you if you don't listen to me. You have to trust me.
Never! I don't trust anyone! Not even myself!
Blackbird!
Huh? Huh?
Oh no. Zubu.
Woody, Papa! Is that the newspaper coloring contest? Can I try?
See if you can win some tickets to the zoo for their Halloween event.
Don't worry, all the other babies who enter this contest suck. I always color the best because I'm gifted and special and practice all the time.
Hey, kid, don't let it go to your head. I see where you're internalizing all the wonderful negative core beliefs instilled in us during Wild Child's era. The fruits of my family's labors. And yeah, it paid off. I was the perfect overachieving star student who won every award, every contest without ever barely trying. Only now, I decided to actually run with the praise.
I won 2 tickets to Zubu, of course, and decided to take Mommy with me. We dressed up as witches and went looking at all the spooky exhibits. They had snakes, spiders, and all kinds of creepy crawlies. Mommy screamed and hid a lot. At the end of our perfect night, we were riding the sky ride and the park closed while we were still on it. We were dangling there forever until we screamed to some janitor guy to let us off. It was hilarious. I'm so happy I got to make that memory with Mommy.
And you couldn't have done it without all your hard work.
Glad you finally see it, Holly.
Glad you don't understand sarcasm yet. Too good.
And ace my star reader test again. Too easy. That's my 5th one this week. I've got the most stickers out of the whole class, which means I get to have special lunch privileges on Friday. We get to watch Lilo and Stitch in the Magic School Bus in the classroom while we eat and get desserts. I'm always the best student, so I get to go every single week.
Not so fast, Blackbird.
What?
You've been a star reader too many times in a row, and some of your classmates think it's unfair for you to join the classroom lunches every week. You'll have to sit out this time.
What? What do you mean I'm too good at reading? Am I being punished?
I call bullshit. What do you want from these kids? Wild Child was gifted, but somehow behind, and when Blackbird damn near kills herself to make up for those faults, she doesn't get rewarded on the account of other kids' feelings. Participation trophies will be the goddamn end of our society, I swear to God.
Ugh, I don't need trophies to know I'm the best. Whatever, stupid teachers. Wait until I become the president. Then it will be too good.
Blackbird is certainly where my fiery, spite-filled passion began. Can you blame me? Scooters. In my never-ending life exchange, This endless roller coaster swooping to new heights and daring falls came fleeting moments that I would cherish forever. Most of the time, it was the simplest of things. The crisp December air in Florida drifting in through the open doors, the brand new Razor scooters we unboxed that Christmas that glided in and out of the house, from hardwood floors to fresh epoxy porch concrete, turning the giant basketball hoop box into a drive-through window to serve our new treats from an icy machine Santa brought us. It's the tiny, often overlooked details that I think Blackbird appreciated the most. I think in some sad, twisted way, I knew it was all I was gonna get, and that things were about to escalate in ways that could never be repaired.
It was the first Christmas since the divorce that I finally felt whole again. Jim was here now. He gave us lots of presents as Santa, and we got to listen to Jim's classics on the TV next to the warm fireplace. The smooth jazz and crackling fire sent tingles all the way down to my toes. A feeling I knew I was losing. I can't explain it, but growing up, you start to lose feeling. Like, my heart doesn't flutter when I'm excited anymore. My hands don't flap because I started masking. I can't raise my voice too high or I'm in trouble. Can't cry too loud or I'm being an emotional, hormonal teenager. It's like nothing's real anymore. That's why I've gotta hold on to the good. Hold on really, really tight. They call me a brat for that, but I know I'm not. I just don't have time for gratitude. If I don't live it now to the fullest, I know I'll never feel it again.
Disappointments.
I can't wait to go out on the houseboat today! Papa, can we get some bait?
Sorry, girl. No can do.
Aw, but then how are we gonna fish?
We're not fishing today, Blackbird.
Ugh, fine. I guess we can just go for a stupid boat ride then.
We're not doing that either.
What? Then what the frick are we doing here?
We're picking up the boat and taking it over to your dad's place until we can sell it.
It's time to say goodbye to this part of our life.
What? No, you can't. I love the dock and houseboat.
Blackbird.
Why can't we just leave it here? It's always been here.
Blackbird.
What if we never go out boating ever again?
Blackbird! We don't have money for this anymore. Stop being such a brat and go say goodbye to the boat.
This isn't fair. I was so excited about today, and now it's ruined forever.
Life is full of disappointments. Get used to it. What a terrible mindset. Blackbird, you know that's not true, right? Blackbird? Hate. To the surprise of no one, I had some serious emotional regulation issues growing up. Further masking my autism and giving in to every ableist and misogynistic belief my family held just about destroyed me. I was a loose cannon, exploding over anything that wasn't clearly defined by black and white thinking. You wrote this, Blackbird?
Yeah, I was mad one time.
You don't hate anyone! Hate is a strong word!
No,
we definitely hate you!
But why? What's wrong with you guys? Mommy worked so hard for us to be happy. Why are you all so ungrateful?
She's hurt us, Blackbird. More than you'll ever realize.
Mommy's mean. You're all wrong! Mommy's strong. She's funny, she's pretty, and she's just like me, so call me a brat all you want. I know I'm right, and you're all just being
Blackbird, you can't say that.
That's what Mommy calls me when I'm being stupid. So, yeah, I said that.
And she can't see the irony in this. Look, we all knew her era wasn't going to be easy, but we have to listen to her. She's terribly misguided. And of course we can see that now, because we're out of it. But in that moment, we were blind. All we can do is accept that truth and help her as best we can. Her wings are broken. It's our job to help her understand why. Spy Cats.
I'm in 5th grade now. That's right, I'm at the top of the food chain. My new teacher, Mr. Crow, is one of the best in the whole school. He's been teaching for 30 years. Because of that, he uses a microphone to talk to us in the classroom. His voice is like gone. Mr. Crow is an author too. We read his book called Big Bad Bumpy Bertha. It was about this mean bully girl who no one liked, but then she saved their lives during a terrible storm and died at the end.
Jesus Christ!
It was Bertha's dramatic death scene that inspired me to give up on my dream of becoming the president and instead be an author.
That man changed the trajectory of my entire life. I can't imagine where Peppies would be today without that initial spark of loving storytelling.
Check it out! I've already written the very first season of my cartoon cat series, Spy Cats.
Heck yeah, Spy Cats!
Oh god.
Spy Cats!
What's Spy Cats? It's about our pet cats, except they're all secret spies, living on your daddy's mobile home and using the air vents to get into their base. Tom is the brave, strong leader. Jealous is the healer. Squirt is the fastest spy. And Frisco? Well, he just eats tuna and is a lazy computer guy. Cuddles, however, is the main character. The greatest Spy Cats villain is based on this ugly brown dog that comes into daddy's yard and pees on our grass. So yeah, that's the pee dog. He's the bad guy. Not the pee dog.
I don't know, man. I was 10. What do you expect from her in Wild Child? FCAT. Florida had some of the worst standardized testing. The most important one I ever took was called the FCAT. It was a huge deal for 5th graders in Florida to pass the written essay portion of the test. Otherwise, you'd be held back. This terrified Blackbird.
So, the night before, I made absolutely sure to follow all their instructions. Step 1, eat a good dinner. Done! I cooked it myself. Step 2, study. Step 3, get a good night's rest. What, is this list made for babies? That's easy.
A tropical storm hit that night. I was filled with so much anxiety, not only from the weather, but the upcoming tests in the morning too. I started to have what I believed to be my first OCD intrusive thoughts.
Daddy, can I sleep in here with you?
I did not get a wink of sleep. I had terrible thoughts. Thoughts that the houseboat would blow over in the wind and crush us if I fell asleep. Lightning would crash through the window and kill my brother sleeping next to me. No matter what, I could not sleep without dire consequences. Or so showbiz made me believe.
I'm lucky I didn't fail that FCAT. It must have been the peppermint they gave us before the test. They said the mints would help us focus, and it saved my grade. I'll defs be using them all the time now.
Easter hunt.
Happy Easter! Phoebe, look! Our baskets are missing. There's footprints leading out the door! Bunny prints!
Uh-oh, looks like the Easter Bunny hid eggs and your baskets this year. Better find them.
Follow that bunny!
Dad had us searching our entire acre for hours that morning, popping open plastic eggs full of candy, coins, stickers, and most importantly, hints to where our baskets could be. The grand prize! My parents always set up egg hunts and made elaborate baskets full of treats to celebrate Easter, but this time was extra special.
The hint says there's somewhere up high.
Dad watched us walk right underneath those baskets over and over and kept laughing at us, clearly having the time of his life, while us kids struggled. Turns out they were right in plain sight all along.
Aha! There they are, up in the tree!
Finally!
Oh my god! A new DS game? Pokemon Platinum? Worth it! Worth it! Worth it! Worth it!
Thanks, Dad, even though you taunted us. Charlotte's Web.
For my last elementary school play, Mr. Crow wanted to put on a big one.
Charlotte's Web, a classic tale about a pig who has to prove his worth in order to not die, and a spider who does die dramatically at the end. What a fun, memorable theater idea for kids.
I was such a talented actor, I got 2 roles. I was the mom character and one of the baby spiders at the end of the play. It was crazy! I had to rush into 2 different outfits behind the scenes. Luckily, the class followed an old cartoon movie version of the story, so we didn't have to say our lines, just lip sync at the perfect moment.
Dad brought me to every after-school practice for months on end. It was the first and only extracurricular activity I had ever participated in outside of school hours.
He watched us practice from day 1 all the way to dress rehearsal, but during the final premiere show, I forgot to lip sync my last line because it was the first chance I had to look out into the audience, and I saw him there with a bouquet of roses, his hair slicked back, and a big smile with wet eyes. I felt so special.
I had never felt more seen, more loved in my entire life. Showing up for your kids matters more than you could ever know. The Trampoline.
I live in Florida, so basically we don't have spring or fall here. Just summer all year round, with 2 weeks of winter. But the sun and humidity never stopped Blue Jay and I from loving the great outdoors. So much so that Daddy got us a trampoline for our backyard.
My dad was 100% the fun parent, while everyone else would rain on my inner children's parades. Dad was the only one cool enough to let us kids just be kids.
Don't you get tired of running over toys with a lawnmower? Ain't they spoiled? They're kids, man. It's lawn art. It's beautiful. They work hard. Let them play hard.
And play hard we did.
We'd hook up a garden hose and spray water down on it while we jumped. The wet trampoline made us bounce super duper high. And we even used dish soap sometimes to poof up bubbles all over the place as we jumped.
And later, Parker will tell you all about our anime roleplays that occurred on these very bouncy grounds. Gonna need more than one episode for that. Our roleplay stories were epic. The cruise.
Blackbird, Blue Jay, did you hear the news? We're taking the entire family on a cruise. A cruise? Holly? I'm confused. 1 second, we're going on cruises, getting trampolines, Wii games, and all this fun stuff. But the next second, we have to sell Nanny and Papa's houseboat, and there's no food to eat. But somehow, Daddy always has beer? I don't get it.
Thanks for talking with me, BB. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't do that with Wild Child, but you're different, you know? Our parents sucked at finances. They were irresponsible with their money and prioritized what looked good on paper. Fancy brand name stuff, elaborate vacations, over the things that really mattered, like food and clothes.
But why? Aren't they hungry too?
They probably were, but no amount of that would change their behavior, and you're a victim of their neglect.
But I don't feel neglected. I'm going on a freaking cruise!
Honey, just because they give you nice things doesn't mean they don't hurt you at the same time.
I feel really bad going on this trip, Holly, because, yeah, it was so fun to swim all day, have unlimited ice cream, dress up for big fancy dinners, come to our rooms and find towel animals, and explore Mexico and the Bahamas. But I knew when we got back home, things were gonna be hard.
Blackbird, it's okay to feel bad about it. You were anxious about your needs being neglected. Anyone would feel guilty and worried no matter how spectacular the trip was.
It was really cool, but I wish we didn't have to sacrifice so much for it.
Me too, kiddo. Me too. Candy.
Yay! Daddy's house! Wait, something's not right, Blue Jay. It stinks like perfume so bad in here. Candy.
Dad knew how much we didn't like his newest girlfriend, Candy, so he tried to hide the fact that she was over between custody. But we always knew. She then moved in as quickly as possible. It was my worst nightmare. While we had a lot of time to get to know Jim before he moved in with my mother, Candy was a complete stranger to us. The few times I'd seen her, she was incredibly drunk and belligerent, and point-blank disgusting. Dad was too mentally ill to be aware of how poorly this would not only influence his own bad behavior, but how Candy would affect us kids.
But at least she has 2 adorable dogs! Cheech and Taco, Chihuahuas. They can stay, but that weird crazy lady has got to go.
While living with us, Candy was mixing her bipolar medication with alcohol. It led her to being extremely dangerous and unpredictable. Dad would often dismiss this behavior by calling it Candyland, as if it were some silly board game and not the greatest threat of my childhood to date.
Look at my booty shorts! You're showing your whole hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! Stop looking at me like that.
As if her behavior wasn't horrendous enough. Between all of Candy's things, the dogs, the drugs and alcohol, our home became a hoarding situation that would make us sick for eras to come. Muffin.
I know y'all aren't too happy with Candy being here, but I want to show you that it's all good. It would be fun. Look, we even got a new puppy.
A new puppy? Oh, she's so little! Name her whatever you want, sweetie. She's you and Blue Jay's dog. Really? Wow, I haven't had a puppy since Bandit.
Don't think about that. This is a new dog.
Yeah, I'll name her Muffin.
She was this tiny teacup chihuahua who I fell in love with instantly. She became the star of my silly little music videos, my best friend who comforted me during my anxiety attacks, the little companion who loyally watched over Blackbird and protected her from the evils dwelling inside our own home. To say I loved that dog was an understatement. I needed her.
I've lost a lot of pets, and I was scared the same thing would happen to Muffin. But Daddy and Candy both said that she's 100% mine, no matter what. And this time, I won't let anything bad happen to my baby. What kind of hero would I be then?
Blackbird, you've been distracted your entire life at this point by the adults' lies. You can't keep believing everything they say to be true. I know you don't want it to be true, but deep down, you know it is. Ignoring it will only make you more dissociative.
But what's wrong with the lying, Holly?
They think they're protecting you. Heck, even Figment there thinks she's protecting you too. But pretending everything is okay when it's not really, really hurts you. You might not see it now, but you will later. Intuition.
Weather's looking rough, kids. I don't know if we'll be boating today.
Oh, fine. Let's go play Webkins. Yeah! Sucks we couldn't go out this weekend.
Blackbird, Blue Jay, boat's leaving.
Huh? Daddy, wait, what do you mean? Isn't there a storm coming? Aren't you...
Do you want to go or not?
Don't be a fucking little Blackbird. I'm not! I just got a bad feeling about something.
Oh my fucking god!
Daddy, wait!
Just like her fucking mother, I swear to God. Can't ever trust me. Can't ever have a little fun. This goddamn little control freak.
Blackbird, honey, you did nothing wrong. That intuition is what keeps us alive throughout every single era. I'm proud of you for listening to your gut. You were right to make us stay home that day. I truly believe you saved our lives. See, you do trust yourself. You're stronger than you'll ever know. Econology. Mr. Crow hosted a life simulation game every Friday during 5th grade. He called it Econology. Students had to balance fake finances, run businesses, and survive a baby boom and war, which was, wild to say the least.
Since I was a sole proprietor, I didn't have to deal with a stupid crying baby. But I was the only kid in class who was totally on their own. Everyone else made business partnerships. All the stupid cheerleader girls made a giant corporation.
But Dad, Jim, and I were one step ahead of those bullies.
I patented some sweet treats, like cookies. And Dad helped me bake a few batches to sell on Fridays during Econology.
I sold out every single time. Blackbird was a genius. No child could ever resist sugar paid for by fake money.
At the end of the year, we tallied up all of our incomes. I thought I lost the game, but suddenly, Mr. Crow announced that all funds had to be shared with everyone in the business. So the corporate cheerleaders were dead last. And I actually won because I was the only person in my business and got to keep every cent.
It was perhaps one of the greatest lessons Mr. Crow ever taught me. That sometimes doing things on your own may be harder, but it pays off tremendously in the end.
I can't believe I actually won!
I can. Boxtown. As Candy made herself comfortable in a home that wasn't hers, lots of gigantic boxes were piling up. And of course, my ever-creative inner child saw a great opportunity.
Blue Jay, you know how we make blanket forts all the time? Yeah? What if we made box forts? No, even better! A box town!
We cut out doors, taped plastic baggies to the windows, decorated the exteriors with Sharpies, and created literal tunnels down the hallway into each establishment of Boxtown. Mailboxes were hung where my brother and I would craft letters for each other. We made cardboard items to be sold in shops, had styrofoam peanuts as currency, and turned trash into imaginative treasure.
We wouldn't let Daddy throw them away for weeks! Blackbird, get your shit out of the hallway. Are you trying to kill me? No, but it would be nice if you did trip and die. What? You can't come into Boxtown. No adults allowed.
This was all a ploy to escape the dangerous adults in our life, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Gatekeep.
Everyone, stay calm. We've got a tornado warning.
I'm scared. It's Tay, it's just a tornado. But tornadoes are scary. Hey, you can't do the sissy voice. Only we can do the sissy voice. Okay.
My whole life, I was shunned by my peers at school. For what reason? I'll never know. I always thought it was on my face. Something physical that they could see wrong with me. The reality? I was ignoring my truth of being neurodivergent. They said I was weird, and I internalized that phrase. It very negatively impacted my self-image because I believed it was my fault for being left out.
Girls in my grade were especially the meanest. They never let me like anything they liked.
The dreaded wizard book series, that shall not be named, was gatekept by every 5th grader in the school. While all the girls were busy sorting themselves into houses, reading the books, and squealing over the boys in the movies, I was purposefully and strategically locked out. Thank God, by the way, dodged a bullet there, but it still hurt at the time.
Well, since I'm already the weird kid anyways, maybe I'll just stick to what I like out of spite. Cats! This book looks cool, huh, Holly?
Oh boy, here we go. Trans Am.
Blackbird, step outside with me for a moment.
Is everything okay?
Your dad got into a car accident. Your grandparents are picking you up early so you can go visit him at the hospital. Please don't worry about your homework tonight, okay?
My world shattered. That brand new Trans Am sports car Dad got was totaled. The accident wasn't his fault, but he was lucky to have survived with nothing more than a broken foot and minor scratches. For many months, Dad was in recovery at Nanny and Papa's house.
But don't worry, Blue Jay and I entertained Daddy the whole time. We were obsessed with Super Monkey Ball. We played for hours after school while eating Jolly Ranchers. Living with Nanny and Papa was really different from living with Daddy, though. They were strict. Homework had to be done before dinner, the internet was shut off at night, and they weren't really nice to Blue Jay and I. It was nothing like the sleepovers we used to have.
Nanny and Papa guilted us over everything, down to the amount of toilet paper we used. They made us feel ashamed for every little thing. It's no wonder my dad's crazy and fun. His parents sucked!
Ugh, right? Get butter soon, Daddy! We want to go home! Well, you could be home if your dad was more responsible.
Neopet Comedy. During Dad's car accident recovery, we lived at my grandparents' house. Electronics and internet was very limited, so us kids were forced to partake in ye old creative activities.
Ugh, this is so lame! I just want to play Neopet so bad! They're probably starving to death without me! The only thing Papa gave me was a stinky old camera. He wants me to practice
Seeing the beauty in the world and capturing it.
Neopets are beautiful to me, right? Wait, Blue Jay, you're a genius! We should make videos of our Neopets action figures!
And thus, Neopet Comedy was born. The first show I had ever made. I'd hurry through school assignments so I could write scripts, come home and record videos with my brother, and then edit them all using Windows Movie Maker. The myth, the legend!
Meet our cast of characters! This is Mayor. She's the mayor, duh, and her husband is Bruce. They have a cat named Cat and a dog named Rascal. They're evil neighbors named Maylene. She sends her poor innocent daughter Pinky to spy on Mayor's family. Don't forget about Zoom. He was famous for his special freckle.
Didn't it end with Zoom beating the crap out of Maylene and Mayor and Bruce taking custody of Pinky?
Yeah!
Dark, but honestly, on brand. Good work, you two.
Thanks! We're already working on season 2.
The Playroom.
Blue Jay and I had the genius idea to combine our rooms at Daddy's house. We're making my room the bedroom, and his room the playroom, where kids and toys unite!
Looking back, I always used to question why we merged our spaces together, but then I remembered how unsafe that house had become.
We had a lot of stuff piling up everywhere. All the gifts, toys, trash, and random furniture started to reach the ceilings. So I tied up my hair, put on my overalls, and got to work, moving all the dressers, desks, and beds into one room and leaving everything else in the playroom. It was important we had a place to sleep, get dressed, and do homework since the rest of the house was really dirty and cluttered.
Candy's dogs were barely potty trained, making the floors littered with dog poop and urine. Beer bottles lined the counters and floors, and cigarette ashes dusted every surface.
Daddy's house wasn't my home anymore. It was ruined, and it was all Candy's fault.
Candy!
Holly?
that nasty woman for coming into our safe space and soiling it. I'm angry, Blackbird. Angry for you. Angry for my brother. Angry for me.
I'm angry all the time, Holly, but no one listens to me.
They will. I'm making sure of it. Goodbyes.
Everyone cried that day, the last day of elementary school. I graduated from 5th grade and walked down the halls in one final parade as every student lined the sidewalks and clapped. All my old teachers shined proud smiles. My friends hugged me tight, and corny, sappy music blared from the loudspeakers. As the 5th grade walkout tradition finally happened for me. It took place every year since kindergarten, but I never actually thought I'd be the one being celebrated. I guess I never really thought about the future before. I didn't cry. I was worried I was supposed to since everyone else was, but I just couldn't. I didn't really know what graduation meant. Everyone said, you're gonna be a big middle schooler soon. Whatever that means.
I was devastatingly underprepared for how dramatic of a transition between schools would be. I had no idea of the horrors that would soon await me, nor did I care. How could I think about the future when every present moment was a nightmare of fighting for survival?
All I knew was that this was the last time I'd ever set foot in my elementary school. I made so many memories here. Some good, most bad. I didn't know how to feel, so I just smiled. I made it. Everyone said they were proud of me, and that's what mattered most. I didn't fail. All that struggle, all that strife was finally over. Everything Wild Child couldn't do, I fixed it. I just wish I knew why I had to. And why goodbyes have to be forever.
Best Christmas.
Daddy, look how cute these little sleeping kitty toys are!
Well, you've got real kitties at home. Come on, we don't want to be late for Nanny and Papa's Christmas cookies.
Yay!
This was the best Christmas ever. Nothing had ever been more magical than this day. Something about it finally felt right. The hectic custody schedule felt normal. My family was finally whole again. I got to see everyone on the same holiday. But on top of that, Dad went all out with the Santa presentation that year.
We woke up to the biggest present pile ever! Santa had set up our Thomas the Tank Engines to carry our Pokemon action figures around the track under the tree. New gaming chairs sat on both sides with brand new DS games on them. And also, a sleeping cat toy.
I don't know how that man got those cats. He was with us the whole time during the festivities, all day and night before Christmas. He's either a time traveler or just really sneaky, because I was so shocked to see those toys there just hours after we mentioned how cute they were. Whatever lengths Dad went to deliver this special for Christmas, I'll never forget and always cherish.
Daddy must have worked so hard for us to have these things. I tried to tell him I was sorry, but he just put me in the toe hanger and told me to be a kid and enjoy it. It was hard for some reason.
It was so important we got the chance. Custody.
Blackbird, you're going to middle school now, so things are gonna be different from now on.
What do you mean? I don't like change, Daddy.
Well, life ain't a bowl of cherries, Blackbird. Get used to it.
Your middle school schedule will be really different from your brother's elementary school schedule. You won't have to be in daycare anymore.
Really? That's the best news ever!
But you need to make a very important decision about whose house you want to live in permanently.
We thought it was important you felt like you had a choice, Blackbird, and it's okay to choose whoever you want. No one's feelings will get hurt, and you can always change your mind whenever you want.
So who will it be? Why was a 10-year-old left to make such a drastic decision for not only herself, but her baby brother too? It was like the entire world was on my shoulders. I had to consider every single factor into this lose-lose equation. No matter what choice I made, I knew I was screwed.
Daddy's always been the best parent. He's kind, he's funny, and he always makes sure we're happy and having fun. But lately, his house has gotten really bad. Candy's there. Everything's disgusting. I'm not sure if we'd ever have enough food, water, or clothes to survive. And the adults would be too drunk to drive us to school if we missed the bus or wanted to do any activities. But Mommy's always been mean to me. Yes, she's strong, she's pretty, and she's hardworking, and I want to be like her. But Holly's right. I can't forget what she's done to me. But I also can't forget she's always fed me, housed me, clothed me, and made sure I got to school. Plus, Jim is there. And if Mom fails, he'll take care of us. I know it! Mommy favorites my brother Blue Jay too. So, really, this will be better for him. I know I'm gonna suffer a lot, but it'll be okay. It's all for him. It's all for Blue Jay. It's all for him.
Have you made your decision, Blackbird?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to live with my mommy at her house.
They said no feelings were hurt, but it crushed my dad. They said I could change my mind. I couldn't, not without appearing in front of a judge in court. It wasn't that easy. There was no scenario where I would win. And how dare them place that burden on Blackbird's chest? But in the end, little heroic me stood strong, knowing we'd survive at the cost of my soul. Goddamn Blackbird. I'm proud of you. Home Alone.
Finally, I'm home alone! Which is not scary, and I'm gonna call Mommy.
Baby, put on the news. There's a tornado warning. Is your brother home yet?
Tornado? Yeah, I got him home, but... Whoa, Mommy. Middle school kinda sucks. I have 6 teachers now. Only have 2 minutes to get to my locker between classes. No time to pee and nowhere to pee because they closed all the bathrooms because of drugs and fires? And it's all outdoors.
Look, honey, I can't talk right now. I'm working. Love you, Pumpkinhead.
Love you too. What do we do now? Here, you do some rainbow art. I'll make breakfast or dinner so we can start our homework. I don't think Mommy is coming home on time today.
She never did. The moment I started 6th grade, I was an adult in their eyes. No support, just endless expectations, endless ways they could use, exploit, and parentify me. They took advantage of the most difficult life transition possible and made it worse. That's all those people ever did. They made everything worse. I really was home alone. Locker room.
Ugh, gym class! This is so crappy to have first period! Now I'm gonna be sweaty and gross all day! She's not wearing a bra!
You can see her boobs through her shirt!
Ew! My... what?
Yeah.
Holy sh...
All of a sudden, I was growing into an actual teenager. Had anyone taught me what that would mean as an AFAB person? No! Of course not. So you can only imagine how confused and humiliated I felt every day in that locker room, knowing that Mom and Dad never provided for me, that I'd never understand my own body and how it would grow and change, that everyone else around me knew the secrets to teenhood that were robbed from me. This is where my body image issues began.
My underwear! Where'd my underwear go? Whose baby panties are those?
They're so tiny and gross!
I grab them. Everyone will know they're mine.
So I left them there on the dirty locker room floor. Some of the only underwear I had left. Lost to my pride. Lost to bullying. Lost to neglect. Had they not been the same undies I had since I was in Wild Child's era, had I not been left with wholly disgusting panties, this story could have been a lot different. And that level of deep humiliation scarred me for life.
Why am I so small? Why am I so ugly? Why am I changing?
Training bra.
The big 1-1! Happy birthday, Blackbird!
Present time!
Oh, great. That's a lot of
Jealous! Hope it's a Nintendo game!
Ew. Is this a training bra?
Happy birthday, Blackbird! A basic necessity. A private undergarment displayed in front of all of my preteen guy friends, with photos snapped as the adults roared with laughter. This level of humiliation is exactly why I developed AVPD.
So gross, right? Who needs a training bra? Embarrassing.
I refused to wear it. I went months avoiding that bra like the plague.
until the bullying reached its peak, and I was forced to swallow my pride and adjust to the itchy, uncomfortable norm for AFAB people.
Why did it have to be Kim Possible, though? She was so old and lame. It could have at least been Pokemon. Like, 2 Pokeballs.
Blackbird. See, this is what growing up should have been like. Puberty's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm sorry they treated you that way. And gave you an outdated bra for your birthday. So lame.
The lamest.
Disorder.
You're severely underweight, Blackbird. Is there anything you want to tell us without your mother in the room?
No, I know everything about her. My child doesn't keep secrets from me.
Can you make her leave?
What?
Will only be a few minutes, ma'am.
Blackbird, what are you hiding? Don't make me look like sh-
I'm gonna pay for that later.
Are you safe at home? No, I wasn't. I told them everything. I was given my first mental health evaluation. I filled out sheets that would soon diagnose me with depression, anxiety, and bulimia. Upon reflection, I believe this to be a misdiagnosis. Every morning, I would be so sick to my stomach, I'd throw up. Every night, I'd go to sleep starving. And the few times we did have food, I'd binge eat. I'd eat and eat and eat until I puked, out of sheer anxiety that I would never eat again. Out of sheer guilt for wasting my only resources in an uncontrollable fit of fear. It was be sick or make myself sick. An endless, gruesome cycle. Whatever name it had, it was an eating disorder, and I was treated swiftly against my mother's will.
The scale became my mortal enemy. Mommy was obsessed with my weight and appearance from that point on.
God forbid I humiliate her. YouTube, I know you hate this topic in particular and silence it every chance you get, but eating disorders are real and deserve recognition, treatment, and support.
If you or someone you know resonates with this experience, I encourage you to seek help. There are links provided in the description and pinned comment.
Only 10% of people with eating disorders ever receive treatment, and I'm one of the lucky few forever changed and grateful for the chance. This video will be a fundraiser for NEDA, so that we may help others get screened, get treated, and heal. Consider joining me in donating, and thanks for listening. Springs.
It's been forever since we've seen B-Boy, and today he's going with us to explore a natural spring with freezing cold water, caves that echo, and treasure buried in the sand.
On the surface, this would have been a happy memory, but in reality, it's tainted. That man had avoided us for years, very suddenly. We'd begged Dad for him to come visit. He was our godfather, but he never came. The day at the Springs was the last time I ever saw B-Boy. I'm grateful, but I'll never forget what was said that day.
Daddy, why doesn't B-Boy come to see us anymore?
You're too old now.
Too old?
Yep, you're all grown up. No fun anymore.
But I thought B-Boy was family. I thought he'd come live with us like how Jim lives with Mommy. I thought he'd stay here forever.
I'm not gay, Blackbird. B-Boy is gay.
Huh?
I don't want him near me, or you, or your brother anymore. He's done, Blackbird. I'm sorry.
Dad knew. He knew what B-Boy was doing to us kids. There's no way he did not know. B-Boy wasn't gay. He was a predator. Big difference. What a disgusting attempt to cover up years of crimes by pouring homophobia into the mix. That was the first time I'd ever seen my father's true colors, and they were ugly. Wish. This is an autobiographical retelling of my personal experience with non-suicidal self-injury or self-harm, told with the purpose to heal, raise awareness, and provide resources to anyone utilizing similar maladaptive coping mechanisms. I am in no way condoning nor glorifying the subject. Reach out to suicide prevention services such as calling or texting 988, or live chatting with counselors through sites like 988lifeline.org or thetrevorproject.org that I urge you to utilize. If you're engaging in NSSI or self-harm, have suicidal thoughts, or are experiencing a crisis. This video will be a fundraiser for the Trevor Project. Please consider joining me in donating to a cause I wish I had access to when I was younger. And thank you for watching.
You know, I'm starting to love being home alone. It's a lot easier now that I have my very own Motorola Razr cell phone. This is a teen's dream. Ugh, I wish Mom would get into an accident and never come home to ruin the fun. Mom?
Blackbird, honey, I'm at the hospital. I was in a car accident.
I wish I was joking. My life is full of sad, hilarious coincidences, but this one takes the cake. It's a little funny in retrospect, sure, but in that moment...
I made her get into that accident. I did this. I'm a terrible person. How can I ever wish for something so mean to happen? Why did I do that?
I blame myself. I threw up from guilt. I tore myself to shreds because I wished ill on my abusers. I ripped open my Bible. I prayed to God. I was so desperate to repent for the sins I had committed. But nothing brought me relief. According to the trickster in showbiz, according to my bloodline of addicts, normalization of physical punishment, my entire horrific past, I was a bad person. I deserved punishment. This was the first time I harmed myself with intention.
My outside pain finally matched my inside pain. I could see it and feel it. It hurt, but eventually it healed. That proved that no matter what, I would feel better eventually. I wish I had a better way to deal with stuff. But this makes sense to me right now.
Non-suicidal self-injury or self-harm isn't talked about enough. It's an unhealthy coping mechanism with a lot of stigma surrounding it, but you're not alone if you've experienced any form of it. Support is abundant, and I encourage anyone struggling to seek help. I survived to tell my story with scars. You deserve to survive too, without the scars, if possible. As a society, we need to be more proactive in preventing self-harm and suicide, rather than reacting once it's already happened. Take steps today to be aware, for yourself, your loved ones, and the world around you. Be kind to your future eras. They love you. The pool. Due to my mother being the primary parent, the court agreed to allow my father to have custody over us during summer vacation.
My favorite part? The pool. Daddy was crazy and kept adding all sorts of fun things to it, like giant fountains that would shoot over the roof of the house and neon lights under the deck surrounding it. Then eventually, Daddy took our old playset and rebuilt it to where the slides would go down into the pool.
It was like our own private water park. Dad was insane. Mans could not go 1 minute without a project and turn our house into a playground. He really was a kid at heart when he was sober, of course.
The best memory I have is when Daddy put laundry detergent in the pool filter, making bubbles shoot out of the fountains. There was soap and bubbles everywhere, like it was snowing in Florida.
The sunny days we'd spend playing King of the Raft, the times we put kiddie pools as giant floats in the water, the glow sticks at night we'd dive after for hours, were some of the fondest summer memories I ever made.
But deep down, I knew it was all just a distraction. I'm not stupid. Candy's here. Daddy drinks a lot. It wasn't safe, but at least we had our safe haven, our swimming pool.
Chase. Ever since the custody decision, Dad grew to resent me. He shamed me for choosing Mom over him. Never once blamed himself or his addiction. I was the scapegoat bred and built to harbor everyone else's guilt and pain. And soon, Dad's visits became nightmarish.
One night, Daddy was really upset. Things got super bad, so I started backing up into the hallway. I didn't know why I felt like I had to run, but my body remembered something and moved for me. That's when Daddy snapped. He chased me down the hall. I ran as fast as I could to the bedroom and locked the door. My brother was in the corner crying as we listened to Dad have a tantrum outside. He stomped up and down so hard the walls shook. He kicked the door until holes showed through it. He screamed and cried about how evil our mother was, how unfair God was to him, and how he betrayed him in court. How we ruined his life.
I had never felt more terrified of the one person I thought was safe. I held the keys to every door in that house tight, stolen and stashed out of some instinctual fear that this exact scenario would happen.
You're right, Holly. My intuition, it saved us again.
While Dad never technically laid a hand on me, he didn't have to. The damage was already done. He changed. Knife. It was an ordinary sleepover with my best friend. We made a blanket for it out of the kitchen table. It was dark outside and raining. The Pokemon Diamond and Pearl anime played on the TV. Mac and cheese sat in a pot in the stove. Cold. I remember everything. Every sight, every sound, every smell. It was the moment I almost witnessed a murder.
Where's the fucking money, Candy?
I don't have your money, you bastard! What's happening? They're fighting. They always do that. Should we call the cops? No, they never do anything.
You want out of here?
No!
Candy, put down the knife.
No!
Candy.
Call 911.
911, what's your emergency? Hello?
You son of a bitch!
Stop it, Blackbird! I've got it under control. Don't call the fucking police. They'll take you away from me for good. You understand? I said stop it, Blackbird!
What about this situation was under control?
It's an accidental dial. My daughter just got her first phone. Nothing to worry about here.
Stacker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Hotel!
Whoa! Everything is music themed! Classic rock elevator music, underwater speakers, air guitar contests! This is gonna be the best vacation ever!
And she's right! It was! We stayed at a theme park resort for a week with Jim and Mom. It was our way of coping from the disaster that was staying with Dad all summer.
One night, Jim showed us a secret about the resort. Tucked away in the back was a tiny arcade! My favorite thing ever! He then gave us a lot of arcade money and said,
Go crazy!
And
"We did!"
We played classic games like Pac-Man, poured tickets from the skee-ball machines, and of course, robbed the claw machines of all their best plushies.
But there was one special machine that I fell in love with that day. The stacker! You stack the blocks up until you reach prize lines. It'd get faster and faster the higher you went, but I was so skilled, I cleared out the entire thing! Except one jackpot prize.
We enlisted the help of Jim himself in order to win, and with our powers combined, we lost.
We may have never won the jackpot, but we won fun memories with Jim that I'll never forget. Try again, stacker!
Biggest regret.
For the last day of the theme park's this vacation, I thought I'd spice it up a bit and take you somewhere special. Somewhere you've never seen before.
Wait, what? We're not going to Universal? We've been going there all week. I want to ride the E.T. ride.
You're right, we've been there all week, so let's try something new. How does Disney World sound?
Disney World?
Come on, give it a shot. If you don't like it, then we'll go back to Universal, okay?
Fine.
We were so fortunate, so lucky to be some of the few kids privileged enough to go to Disney World, let alone be offered to go to a different theme park if we didn't like it. And I had no right to act like such a spoiled, rotten brat. For the longest time, I hated Blackbird. I hated her for this. I thought I was the worst person on planet Earth for marching into Disney World, riding one ride, and sticking my nose into the air demanding to go somewhere else. But I've since come to love Blackbird, even if she has her ugly moments. I used to boil down this memory to Blackbird just being a horrible person. But really, she was just being a kid. A normal preteen who, shockingly, might be a bit privileged and bratty. I'm tired of hating myself over this. Instead, I've chosen to replace guilt with gratitude. I'm not guilty for leaving Disney World. I'm grateful I had the privilege, thanks to Jim. I recognize that it was sucky. I never did anything like it again. What more do I need to do? What good is wallowing over it forever? I'd rather heal, forgive Blackbird, and move forward. We deserve it. Warrior cats.
I'm Phoenix Wing, my very own warrior OC with fire powers that she got from StarClan. She replaces Firepaw in the books because he sucks. Since my dream is to become an author, I wrote a letter to Erin Hunter telling her how I changed the story and add my brother and I's characters since they are way better.
Yes, I literally mailed the authors of the series my own Mary Sue self-insert OC. Look, I was 11, okay?
I hide my warriors books using construction paper to keep the covers blank. I couldn't let anyone in school know about it because I'd be lame and weird. But I really like the series. It was the first time I made real OCs. The first time I roleplayed by myself when I was home alone. The first fanfiction I ever wrote. It helped me sleep at night, pretending to be a warrior curled up in their den at night. That fixation changed my life for the better. Forever. But I kept it to myself.
The fact that I felt ashamed for having a normal, age-appropriate interest speaks volumes. I buried all of my autistic joy during Blackbird's era. There's something morbidly conflicting about the fact that despite all the hell I was surviving, I just lived. I had average, normal days. I even had good days. It's a weird disconnect. I guess it hurts sometimes to have any semblance of the life I should have had all along. Woodie.
I stayed true to my vow to never make friends again. So much so, I decided to stick around my biggest bully from 5th grade.
I thought it was what I deserved at the time. I thought By being friends with Woodie, I'd avoid being picked on, but I couldn't have been more wrong.
Woodie still bullied me. We rode the same bus where she dumped my backpack on the floor and stomped dirty footprints on my art. We had some classes together where she'd stick chewed up gummies in my hair. She convinced me to skip class and hide in the bathroom, throwing spitballs at the ceiling. I did a lot of bad things because of her.
But the worst part,
I became a bully too. And before you come after me, I had a reason. If I didn't join Woodie, she would have hurt me even more. It was either me or the other kids, and I was tired of being the victim.
I have a really difficult time believing it was me at all. I'm not a mean person. I never want to cause harm, but I did. And I take accountability and recognize how wrong I was.
I remember the exact day I stopped being a bully. We were on the bus. Woodie and I were pointing and laughing at a fat girl. We joked that the whole bus would topple over because she was a whale. Then one of my neighbors got in my face. Stop bullying her! I have to listen to you two pick on her every single day, and I'm tired of it! If you want to be mean to someone, be mean to me! I was shocked into silence. Woodie wasn't bothered, but I was. I realized I used to be like my neighbor. I was the hero, protecting others. Why was I being the villain now? I never bullied anyone ever again.
Silly bands. The 2010s were full of wild fads, but I think we can all agree the best one of all was...
Silly bands! They're these silicone bracelets shaped like different things, like animals, cartoon characters, foods, and more. Everyone at school wore them. Some people had them reaching all the way up their arms.
There was an entire economy and trading system for these bracelets. Some were rare, some were customized with beads, and others were plain rubber bands that kids would call potato bands.
It was a status symbol to join in on the silly band craze, and luckily, Jim and I were able to find some after driving all around town. I got a sea creatures pack that was so rare, I managed to trade 3 times as many bands for them.
But my last blue seahorse was reserved, my trump card for only the best trades out there.
This football boy from science class kept asking me for it, but all of his offers sucked. Until one day, he brought me every single cat bracelet ever made. Cats of every color, some were even glittery. And you know what? I caved. I traded my last sea creature for them.
Rumors spread about the trade. The cat bracelets weren't even that rare. I just really liked cats. But of course, the preteens around me only saw a transaction between a popular boy and a nerd girl.
Everyone thinks I like him! Ew! Help!
Crush.
Oh, you like Redbird, don't you, Blackbird? No, he's so boring and ugly. I don't like him.
This is the lesbian canon event. I'm so sorry, Blackbird. The whole grade was weirdly obsessed with me and this poor sucker named Redbird. He was this jock football kid with 0 brain cells and the most basic brown-haired, blue-eyed white boy you ever met. He could have been a Minecraft YouTuber, okay?
Everyone was so annoying about Redbird. They made signs on the bus to put up to the windows to announce to the world that I had a crush. And I didn't! Ugh, no! I didn't like him! Did I?
And so thanks to the entire middle school, including staff, I developed the world's fakest, short-lived, quote-unquote crush on Redbird.
I already have Love Story by Taylor Swift on my Zoom. It's not doing anything! I try to make myself blush, but I can't? How do I do this?
The truth is, I never felt that way about anyone, and I never will. I was always a row ace. I just had a few very embarrassing bumps in the road before I accepted that. LGBTQ+ topics were not accessible to me at the time, so I had no idea why I was failing so bad at being straight. Then, the coolest thing happened.
Huh?
Sorry, everyone's so weird after the silly band thing. I don't like you, and I know you don't like me. You can have it back. And keep the cats. I've seen the Warriors books you have. They're cool.
So, I may have actually, fallen in love with him right then and there.
You didn't!
But it was the nicest thing anyone's done for me. He became a real, true friend. One who actually knew the real me, under the mask.
And what more do you need than that? Zombie teacher. You read that title right. This is not clickbait. My 6th grade science teacher became a zombie. Even crazier, she became my boss in Holly's era. Stay tuned for that tale.
Yeah, it's my turn right now. So middle schoolers still had to walk to the lunchroom in single file lines. My teacher, Miss Mingo, would go with us every day, but one time, while opening the door to let us in, her foot got caught in the doormat and she literally fell through the glass door!
It was horrifying! I was scarred for life! To keep gore at a minimum, let's just say there was a lot of blood, okay? It stained the sidewalk. It was so cursed.
We were convinced that woman died! She was rushed away in an ambulance and was never seen again. We got a new teacher. The school year went on until suddenly the classroom door flew open and Miss Mingo was alive!
Which, sidebar, no one was happy about. She was evil, low-key.
Miss Mingo just pranced up to the front of class, pulled down the projector and said,
Of course I'm back. I just bumped my head a little.
that lady did not just bump her head. She died in front of us and was now a zombie.
She was never the same, bro. She was cuckoo bananas. Nothing like the strict evil teacher she once was.
I mean, yay? Honestly, the trauma was worth it.
Was it? Fire drill. I've been dying to tell this story, bro. It's so funny. Meet Miss Heron, my deadpan art teacher who is miserable in the most comedic, satirical way. She'd monitor the halls in the morning and it'd go something like,
Good morning, Miss Heron. Look at them all. Ants, bugs, nuisances.
they'll contribute nothing to our failing society.
Have a good day, Miss Heron.
You're one of the good ones, Blackbird. Keep it that way. As if we were in a black and white noir film. She loved me for no apparent reason, dude. I was her favorite, probably because I was an artist.
One day, we had a fire drill, except it wasn't a drill. It was real.
I'd rather die in a fire than wrangle you brats into a line and stand in the Florida heat.
Ma'am, the school is literally on fire?
Hey, wait. Who stole my Reese's cup? It was on my desk. Ma'am, please, we don't have time for this. No one leaves until the chocolate is back in my hand. That bitch locked us in a burning building over a fucking Reese's cup.
Eventually, some kid fessed up after we panicked, screaming how we were all gonna burn and die! And we sat outside while Miss Heron ate her candy, hatred lining every wrinkle of her saggy face.
I love this woman. Oh my god, what an icon. Broken rib.
Dad, it's getting late. We should go home so Blue Jay doesn't miss Santa. Too drunk to drive, sweetie. We're staying here tonight. What? No, we can't! It'll ruin the Christmas magic for my brother! We have to go home!
Want to risk our lives over some fairy tale, Blackbird? Didn't get enough presents from Nanny and Papa? Can't wait for more?
That's not what I'm saying.
Get in the car!
No, Dad.
Get in the car!
Dad swerved. Dad sped. Dad somehow managed to get us home that night. But the whole ride, I was an anxious wreck. If we died that Christmas Eve, I thought it would have been my fault. But really, it was Dad's. It was the alcohol.
When we got home, I put Blue Jay to bed and pretended to fall asleep too. Then, I tiptoed out into the living room to make sure Dad put the presents out. But he didn't! That was the whole point of coming home!
I stormed into his room, tore open the closet, started marching presents out myself, as Dad and Candy laid wasted on the bed, still in their formal attire. At some point, Dad groggily came to life and joined me.
It was dark. Only the twinkling Christmas lights were on. Dad tripped over the glass coffee table in the living room and shattered the glass with a giant boom. I turned around to see him, drunkenly stumbling in a pile of glass, gripping his side.
I was convinced he would bleed out and die. But luckily, all I managed to do was break a rib and ruin Christmas. I was so grateful my brother didn't wake up and see the nightmare unfolding under the tree.
But I saw it. I watched Dad go to the hospital. Blue Jay kept asking what was wrong, and we had to lie. I hate lying. I hate watching Dad do this to himself. I hate not having a normal life! Other kids got Santa magic on Christmas, and I got broken glass and a broken parent.
Makeover.
Ugh, 7th grade is just as bad as 6th grade. My bus ride takes an hour since we live in the middle of nowhere. And I have to walk 3 blocks in the Florida sun or rain just to get to my house. But at least I get to be home alone for a while.
Surprise!
Huh?
No more half door. You've got a room makeover.
My door! And it's my favorite colors! Turquoise and blue! Peace signs! Mirrors! Lights! Is that a window seat with a dangly bead curtain?
Yeah, I built this.
Check it out. The seat is actually a hidden chest.
Whoa! This is the best day ever, Jim! Thank you. My room is next.
Finally, a real door! Real privacy as a young girl. Thanks, Jim. You have no idea the comfort, safety, and joy you brought into my world that day. From every detail you lovingly handmade, to decluttering the hoarding mess I had no idea how to heal from.
I may be a hero, but Jim, he's mine.
Abandoned.
Meet Bob, the cannibalistic flying goat. He's a character from Neopet Comedy who we're filming a music video with, using the song Cannibal by Kesha. The blood is glitter. Okay, Blue, have him fly around there and...
I'm out of here.
Wait, what? Dad's leaving? Where is he going? Is he gonna come back? Dad! Dad! Don't leave us here with her! Please! Don't go!
He sped off down the road in the same blue truck that used to lull me to sleep, taking all the comfort and safety that was left in our broken mobile home with him. I genuinely believed he would not come back. I thought he had abandoned us for good.
My intuition is wrong sometimes. Right, Polly?
No, it isn't. While Dad may have come back 20 minutes later with more beer into a sobbing mess of distraught children, you knew deep down if he was willing to leave once, he'd do it again. Forever. Bonfires and sparklers.
Not everything at Dad's house was a nightmare. There were good times too, like when we'd have bonfires in the backyard. We'd sit around the fire and tell stories about life. Dad would play the guitar sometimes. Others, he'd entrust me with a lucky penny he got when he was a kid. The telescope would appear, and we'd stargaze and giggle about how planets looked like glow-in-the-dark stars on our bedroom ceiling. And if we were really lucky, no one would drink. We'd jump on the trampoline after a family pizza party and see green shooting stars to make wishes on.
And I'd lay there, on my back, out of breath, the cold night frosting my nose, with everything crystal clear in all its temporary beauty, soaking in the desperate drops of normalcy to the fullest.
Dad, with his pyromania that matches my own, would light up sparklers and fireworks, even on nights where there was no holiday to celebrate.
Because we were simply celebrating our own existence, our own life. Those few good, sober days were like holiday magic to me growing up, and as much as they break my heart, I'll cherish them always. Getaway.
Daddy's left me in charge of planning our vacation this summer. I spent hours typing up Excel sheets, making a getaway to the beach. It was perfect.
Well, it would have been.
I wasn't even doing anything!
Yes, you were! Teddy! Candy! Please stop fighting! This is supposed to be our family vacation together!
Well, your daddy needs to keep his eyes off other girls! I wasn't even fucking looking at anyone, you psycho bitch.
Oh god. Blue Jay, come on! Where are we going? The police are coming! We're getting away.
We bunkered down in the hotel's exercise room. I ransacked Dad's car for change to use in the vending machine so we could stay there as long as possible. I had been told all my life if anyone were to call the police on my parents, I'd be taken away forever. And on that supposed to be family vacation, that was the last thing I wanted, was to be found. So, we got away. We hid. Truth hurts.
You're being recorded. Look, I'm recording you. Good, record me. I am. You're not gonna hurt me or Blue Jay without everyone knowing.
Honey, they won't care if you get hurt.
Yes, they will. Get behind me, Blue Jay.
They didn't care when your cousin was murdered by Auntie, did they?
Huh?
Blue Jay doesn't know about that yet! Does he know about Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny? What do you mean he doesn't know? How could you do this? How dare you? How dare you say that? He didn't need to know that! You're evil! You're awful! I hate you! Blue Jay!
Evan, I tried so hard to protect you from everything. From the horrible truths our childhood was balancing on. But in the end, saving our innocence was larger than life itself. And I just couldn't do it. I know you don't blame me, but God, does it still hurt to have lived through it with you?
It's not real, is it? Santa? The Easter Bunny? Blue Jay? I'm so sorry.
Bluebird.
I'm not dressing out. I'll just get an F. That's a good drawing. Oh god. It's the weird girl. I saw her shaking her backpack in her mouth like a dog in 7th period yesterday. You like cats? Mm-hmm. I like dogs. Cool. I'm Bluebird. I'm Blackbird.
Little did I know how much that weirdo would change my life forever. For the better and the worse. But like most beginnings, it was so painfully sweet.
Do you like Avatar? What's that? You know, the bald kid with the arrow? That show. He's ugly. Aw, that's Aang! He's my favorite.
I've always had a strange sense of spotting someone in a crowd and knowing, somehow, that they'd be the one in a million who would knock down my walls and know the true me. Pretzel Jail.
If you run in the lunchroom, you won't eat. You understand? That's illegal. All right, that's it. You two sit at opposite ends of the table. What? We weren't even running. Blackbird!
Bluebird and I were already inseparable. Having most of our classes together made us a trouble duo, and teachers loved to pull us apart.
But luckily, we had a lunch family. All kinds of weirdos who took on roles. Bubbles was a waterbender girl who took her shoes off on the table and it stinks! She was the aunt. The dad was a long-haired earthbender named Starling. He was a model, by the way. And we also had Sparrow, the girl I used to bully. She was the big sister. I don't think she liked me, even though I ditched Woodie.
Bluebird was the mother, and I was the bratty little sister. We were all goofy little misfits.
While Bluebird and I starved to death! The lunch family was only a table away, so Starling was tossing pretzels across the room to feed us from our time out prison! Pretzels! Pretzels for the poor! Help! We're in Pretzel Jail!
Eat a pretzel every time I was wrongly accused of a crime as a child in Persona Project!
That's a lot of pretzels.
The Acorn Massacre.
The ones with caps are called governors. They're the rulers of the Acorn Kingdom. Why do we need so many anyways?
For the massacre. For the massacre!
We'll take our bucket of acorns back to your house. We'll turn the peasant acorns into soup and feed the governors with hats. Yeah!
I warned y'all I was a weird kid. Now enlightened by another weird kid to do next level weird shit. We made the Acorn Massacre a yearly tradition every fall, collecting acorns and smashing them with hammers and mallets from the garage after drawing faces on them with markers.
Please, Governor. I have 3 kids. Oh yeah, this one was golden on the inside. Ooh, extra rare and delicious for their majesties.
Nothing. And I mean nothing, is more wild than little girls' imaginations at sleepovers. Avatar.
Don't forget to start watching Avatar. It's on Nicktoons. Okay. Text you later, Bluebird.
As an autistic person who has extremely long, specifically curated hyperfixations, Avatar: The Last Airbender was one of the most special obsessions of all.
I fell in love with it. The art, the stories, the characters. I begged Jim to help me get all the episodes on DVD so I could watch them over and over again, holding up paper to pause scenes to trace my favorite, Prince Zuko! Drawing humans sucked, so I'd draw cats. I made an OC that was me as a firebender named Blaze. I shipped Zuko with her because they are perfect together. Unlike May, Zuko's real girlfriend, who was emo and boring.
YouTube was just beginning at the time. It was more akin to MySpace or a blog rather than a channel with videos.
I'm the official Blaze the Firebender. Zuko is mine!
I became one of those deranged teenage girls.
Guys! The official Iroh just adopted me!
Club Cool.
Okay, Wild Child. Explain. We had 3 different Club Cools. The first one was in my era. Whenever we made rainforts, they were always called Club Cool. Then we made Boxtown. There was also a building called Club Cool. It was actually the closet in the playroom that we stacked up boxes and drum equipment and covered with blankets.
We spent our whole summers up there, even after Boxtown was sadly recycled. Wait, did you say Club Cool times 3?
Yeah, we made a Club Cool in Dad's work trailer where we roleplay Avatar barefoot by the shed, and we made a Club Cool out of Nanny and Papa's old boat that never got sold. But that one we just called Appa and pretended it was a flying bison. I thought the magnetic foam fort building kits we had sleepovers in was called Club Cool too.
That's way more than 3 Club Cools, guys. We need more creative names.
Hey! I said it first! Blackbird stole it! Nuh-uh! Yahoo! You stole it! I'm older, so I can do whatever I want. You're a stupid poopy little baby.
Taboo.
My favorite Wii game, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, has a story mode called Subspace Emissary. It's this epic adventure where all the characters work together to defeat a mysterious villain.
The following is a real diary entry from Blackbird's era that I wrote in the notes app of my dinosaur computer.
Dear Journal, we beat Taboo on our 3rd try. I felt kind of bad, but now I don't know why I did. But me, Dad, and Blue Jay made it, and I'm proud of it. But this will be my story to tell. That I managed to beat the adventure mode's biggest boss, Taboo. And after the credits, it showed the smash sign in the forest and the end. Why does all of the mode have to end? That's probably why I felt bad. Well, I am new bosses to beat. See you soon. Sincerely, Blackbird.
Dramatic much?
It was my story to tell, Holly.
Awesome, kid.
It was sad though.
We have lots of other games we love and beat throughout the eras. If we never beat Taboo, we may have never tried others.
Yeah, guess I'm super epic awesome sauce for that.
Rollercoaster Tycoon.
I'm bored. Then let me teach you how to play my all-time favorite game ever, Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. You can build theme parks and ride the roller coasters and blow people up if you wanna. Boring. What? You know what, Blue Jay? I'm making you sign a contract.
Oh, a what?
Blue Jay has to stop saying he's bored and leave Blackbird alone for 3 hours, or Blackbird teaches Blue Jay how to play RTC3 for 30 minutes. Sign here.
Blackbird! Oh, my poor brother.
Thank you. Now, the controls are really easy, and I'll start off on sandbox mode so you don't have to worry about money.
Making my brother sign a literal contract to share my hyperfixation was an interesting way I just read my autistic joy. If you can call Blue Jay's forced lessons joyful.
Everyone calls me a control freak. I'm not! I just want Blue Jay to play the game right so he can love it like me. He never even liked RTC3 after all that too.
I see you, kid. Enjoy your fixations. Not everyone will understand them, and you don't have to make them. The Orbee Factory.
The year is 2010. The Playroom is bustling with industry. Zuzu Pet cities ran across the floors, filled with teachers and students, pizza parlors and ice cream shops, and most importantly, the Orbee Factory.
Orbees are water-absorbing bees that expand into squishy, sensory heaven balls of polymer. They were a huge hit during Blackbird's era. We used them as bullets for Orbee guns, filler for Orbee foot massagers, and for some unknown, ungodly reason,
for the Orbee Factory! The mayor of our Zuzu town, Mr. Squiggles, was secretly farming the Orbees, even though Orbees acted like little pets. Instead of living beside hamsters, they were brutally chopped up, dumped on conveyor belts, and divided into food, gas, and electricity for the city!
The kids sacrificed innocent Orbees for capitalism, bro!
Help me! Wow, Chuck! This definitely not shaving cream and Orbeez. Ice cream is delicious! I'm coming here every day for the rest of my life. Thanks, Chili. Thanks, Nugget.
What was wrong with us? Asthma attack.
This is my dad's house. Is that a water slide going into the pool? Yep, and a trampoline. You get to play Wii on the big TV? And watch SpongeBob whenever we want. I'm never leaving!
This was the first time in a long time I felt anything but shame for my home.
This place is my freedom. And now you can enjoy it too. You're my very best friend. And you're mine too, Bluebird. And we'll always be friends. Forever. Won't we? Yeah, forever. Dad, the smoke in the house is making Bluebird have an asthma attack.
Get your inhaler.
It's expired. It's not working. We tried. Can we take her home?
7 a.m., Blackbird.
She's really not okay, Dad.
Fine, but she's not allowed back here if she can't handle the way we live.
I wasn't free. I was trapped, like a bird in a cage. I'm just glad another bird still came to visit me, despite that cage being broken. She was my freedom. The only time I could fly was with Bluebird.
Avenues.
Hello, and welcome to Avenues. Today's top story, the Loch Ness Monster strikes again!
I never said my first videos were good, but I mean, honestly, I think this was peak. I can never reach this 2010 status of YouTube videos ever again.
I was in charge of filming and editing our very own show, Avenues. It stands for Avatar News. Duh, we're all benders.
As cringe and weird as Avenues was, it was my first real collaborative storytelling outside of Neopet Comedy. I have so much nostalgia for the original Windows Movie Maker, bro. They simply do not make it like they used to.
You're old, and you'll never make videos as good as me.
Don't rub it in. Chroma. I had an evil language arts teacher named Miss Budgie.
Bluebird and I got separated in that class for talking too much. So we emptied out a glue stick and would slide tiny notes across the marker holder on the whiteboard just to communicate during class. She never caught us.
Bluebird and I took on a mythology project together. We created the goddess of color, Chroma. But Miss Budgie was a bitch!
She said we plagiarized the entire project because I misspelled chroma as another kid's goddess named Crona. My stupid dyslexia got us an F! So, Bluebird and I plotted our revenge. We hung out in the school library in the mornings and realized we could send stuff to Miss Budgie's printer.
And for some reason, we decided the highest form of punishment was to mass print 100 clip art images of crying babies?
With every click, we knew that woman's classroom was piling up with giant pictures of this ugly cartoon baby!
I'll say it again. Don't cross the bird child. Kitchen renovation.
Hey, y'all stay out of the kitchen till it's done being renovated. There's nails and glass. Are those werewolves?
You'll never believe you.
It's weird to say, but the kitchen renovation was one of my fondest memories of 7th grade. It was just before Halloween, and us kids would run around on all fours pretending to be wolves and roughhouse until dawn. It was the most prosperous time for my family. Jim had proposed to my mom, making him my almost official stepfather. His business was at its peak. We were finally financially secure for the first time ever. Our house evolved. My college fund was filled, and the future was bright.
At our sleepovers, Bluebird, Blue Jay, and I would curl up and sleep back to back. All of us were exhausted from all the fun we'd have every weekend playing together. It was the best ever.
It felt like a whole new era within an era, until it all came crashing down. Chicago.
This Christmas, Jim is taking us to his hometown, Chicago, Illinois, so we can be his grandparents.
We stayed in their lovely home with a basement, which was super cool to us Florida kids, by the way. Jim showed us all the best spots in the city. The Museum of Science and Industry, the windy streets with incredible shops, and of course,
the bean! Jim! There's ice skating over there! I want to try!
With how much you rollerblade around the house, you'll be a professional, kid.
Mans must have forgotten I was born and raised Floridian, because not even 2 minutes in, a gaggle of teenagers rushed past me. The wind was so strong and knocked me off balance, and I fell directly on my left wrist.
I started to faint. I shuffled off the ice, still in my skates, and crash landed in the snow nearby. The last thing I heard was,
Blackbird, get up! You're embarrassing me!
I eventually woke up, and Jim was holding me, saying,
It's broken.
No, it's not!
He wrapped up my arm with his scarf, and we took the longest, most agonizing train ride back to Grandma's house, where she said, Yep, it's broken.
No, it's not!
Yes, it is. In 2 places.
My poor baby! I had no idea!
Oh, shut up.
She never believed me. The only reason I got a cast was because evil Miss Heron made me do pottery, and I almost died from the pain.
I'm sorry, Bambino.
It's not your fault, Jim. Wait, why'd you sign poop butt on there? Jim! Ow!
iPad. Life with a double broken wrist was not fun. Showering was horrible. School was worse. And the holidays were the most challenging of all.
I couldn't participate in the Jingle Bell Jog for school charity. I couldn't run at all. I missed my favorite class with Bluebird and Starling, watching them play without me.
But little did Blackbird know how much this Christmas would change our lives forever and set the course of our entire future through one of the most thoughtful gifts I've ever received.
And
An iPad! I know how much y'all loved playing with my business one, and you're always saying how Bluebird has one and draws with it. So now, you have your very own. It comes with this neat little keyboard, so you can write too, since you're an author and all.
this is mine? This is real?
It's yours, Pepino. But it comes with the catch.
Oh god. There better not be poop or farts on this thing.
Nah, it's parental locked forever!
I don't care! I got an iPad! A freaking iPad! Thank you, Jim! Thank you!
I texted Bluebird every night on it. I wrote poetry and made anime AMVs during Parker's era. I made 12! My first animated cartoon on that iPad. It was the spark that pushed my passions beyond dreams and into reality.
I could create so many things with that iPad. And Jim knew that. He knew me. He actually knew me. The real me. I almost forgot my bones were broken. My wings are broken. Because I felt like I was flying. He gave me the gift of freedom.
New school.
Bluebird is going back to her old school for 8th grade, and I'm coming with. It's so much better here. No bars in the windows. Nice teachers. No bomb threats. And they even have grass.
To say my last school sucked would be an understatement.
But I left everyone behind. My lunch family, the classmates I grew up with since elementary school. Now, Bluebird is the only person I know. And we didn't have any classes together.
She convinced me to leave, only to see her on the bus ride. I had never felt more alone.
So, I turned to my books. I started writing again. Seriously. I'd pour out all my feelings into poems and fantasy. Drawing pictures of swords through hearts, trees dripping with blood, and lakes of tears.
I lived in an oversized bomber jacket. My favorite band was 3 Days Grace. The trickster was winning, and
No one cared. Hey!
it's okay, guys. You can both be emo.
I'm not emo!
Sure. FBLA. Blackbird, you're an incredible digital artist! I'd love for you to join our club for the Future Business Leaders of America. I enter competitions and attended meetings during school hours in order to participate. I actually won a big award and was invited to a week-long convention/ceremony.
But the problem was, I had no money to go.
That's okay, I got you a sponsorship.
Wait, really?
It was the best week of 8th grade. My old pal Ellie from elementary school was in the club, and we reconnected over the trip, having a blast playing Super Smash Bros. In the hotel room each night.
It was surreal, going up on a stage in front of thousands of people and getting an award. I felt like I didn't earn it.
But you did. You're an artist, Blackbird. This is the moment you realized it. Drawing, making characters, telling stories is what you were put on this earth to do.
I'm an artist?
Period.
Miss McCaw, I'm bleeding, and I don't know what to do.
Mom never taught me. No one ever educated me on puberty, let alone periods.
I cut open my pad with scissors because it was too big for me, and it exploded. I couldn't ask for another without being even more embarrassed, so I bled everywhere on my khakis, and all the kids made fun of me, not to mention the horrible pain. You're lucky you got yours at 13. That's so late. Ugh, it still sucks. Just want to go to the mall with you guys today.
So, very early on, I learned to ignore the pain and suffer through. Turns out, I've been battling endometriosis since this day, and I wouldn't find out for another 15 years. Periods are normal. Talk about them. Painful periods are not normal. Be educated. There's nothing gross about someone's health and well-being. Bus driver.
The best part of my day is when Bluebird and I get to ride the bus together, since it's the only time we get to see each other anymore. But she misses school a lot, and I can only imagine so many anime AMVs in my head to music before I start feeling bad.
So, I made friends with the bus driver. I struggled to connect with kids my age, and genuinely had an easier time talking to adults, which was about as dangerous as it sounds, and will come back to haunt me in later eras. Miss Swan being the exception. Tell me about your day, Blackbird.
I wrote 3 chapters of the Spy Cats reboot!
3, ain't that something?
I craved the approval of adults more than the acceptance of my peers. Kids would gawk at me in the bus driver, yapping like wine moms at the front, but I didn't care. My wild child wounds of abandonment and love were wide open, and I'd do anything to get them filled. I'm just grateful I had safe adults in the beginning. Kicked out.
I came home from school one day to Mom's house, completely empty. The furniture was gone. The living room echoed without Jim's decorations cluttering every surface. I was so confused and scared.
Jim was sick. Very sick. We'd spent the last few months in and out of the hospital. There were many times I had to see my hero at his lowest, telling me his wishes for my future, as if it truly were the end.
But at least he had us. I'd stay there forever if it meant he didn't have to be alone.
Mom suddenly kicked him out. They never got married. She took the jewelry, his money, the house he had rebuilt from the ground up, and his kids, us, away from him.
What's gonna happen now, Jim?
What do you mean?
How come you don't live with us anymore?
Because your mom's a DB. And no, I don't mean double bogey.
Jim!
He told me the truth, treated me with respect. I got closure for the sudden rift that appeared in my briefly peaceful life.
He told me he was dying, and Mom didn't want him to die there. I don't know why, but I wasn't even sad or scared. I guess I always knew Jim was sick, and it could happen at any moment. I learned to love every second.
Cyberbullying. This is an autobiographical retelling of my personal experience with the loss of a loved one due to suicide, told with the purpose to heal, raise awareness, and provide resources to anyone in need. I am in no way condoning nor glorifying the subject. Reach out to suicide prevention services such as calling or texting 988, or live chatting with counselors through sites like 988lifeline.org or thetrevorproject.org that I urge you to utilize. If you're engaging in NSSI or self-harm, have suicidal thoughts, or are experiencing a crisis. This video will be a fundraiser for the Trevor Project. Please consider joining me in donating to a cause I wish I had access to when I was younger. And thank you for watching. Blackbird, you knew this boy.
Buzz? He died? Are you okay? He killed himself.
Unfortunately, after elementary, Buzz and I didn't talk since we went to different middle schools. But Goldie told me that some kids in his neighborhood were cyberbullying him online. The same kids who used to beat us up all those years ago.
They killed him.
Goldie went to the funeral. I didn't. I couldn't. I felt like I failed him. Different schools felt like a sad excuse to not talk to someone in need. I've since learned to forgive myself for not going. And it was never my responsibility to save everyone.
But I'm supposed to be the hero!
Blackbird, let me teach you something about radical acceptance. Suicide is the most personal, private decision a human being can make. Buzz's life was never in anyone else's hands but his own. It was his choice to do what he did. If he was suffering that much, the least we can do is believe him. We can't change what happened, but we can accept it. We don't have to like it or condone it, but Buzz was in pain and we could not help. He made his own decision, and we don't have to agree with it.
They were a good part of his life. I know it. The days we spent at the lake, driving around in his golf cart and trading Pokemon cards, they were the best. Now we don't get to grow up as artists together. We can't picto chat anymore on our GSIs. He's gone, and I'll miss him. But I guess you're right, Holly. I can't undo what he did, and I didn't know how to prevent it. But if I could, I would. From here on out, I'll be the hero that does.
Learn like Blackbird. Be aware, know the signs, and seek help if you or a loved one are struggling. Your future eras are counting on you, and they love you. 7-Eleven.
Today is 7-Eleven, and you're about to find out why they are my unlucky numbers.
Dad took us on a special trip to the water park with Bluebird. We had a great day. Until storm clouds rolled in, and the pools had to close early. Throughout the event, I kept feeling like something was wrong.
My intuition. Dad, I want to go home.
It'll be over soon. Then we'll go back to playing.
No, Dad, something's wrong. I want to go home, now.
Everyone was in on a secret, and for some reason, I wasn't. I would have been angry to begin with, but when we arrived home to find Candy had finally been evicted, I was enraged when I realized she took my dog with her and left our home in utter disarray. She broke the windows, smeared rotten meat on the walls and floors, burned holes in our trampoline and clothes and stuffed animals. All her garbage may have gone with her, but the damage she did was forever.
Muffin? Where's Muffin? She should taco. She took them, didn't she? You knew, didn't you?
Blackbird.
Why didn't you tell me? Bluebird! Blue Jay, you knew!
They all stood there while I crashed and burned, eerily, silently, as my world crumbled. I hope it was the moment they realized lying can never protect someone, only hurt them worse than the truth.
Burn the Bible.
God, I'm giving you one last chance. Answer me! I pray to you every day. I'm a good kid. I do everything right, and yet you punish me over and over again. What am I doing wrong? Why don't you talk to me or give me anything good in return for all the hell I go through? This life exchange isn't fair. It's not even 50-50. It's 90% pain and 10% everything else. And you never answer me when I ask why. Why do bad things always happen? You're not real.
I remember this in slow motion, grabbing that Bible, awaiting an answer that would never come, and setting it ablaze. An offense I cannot believe I committed with my own two hands.
If you were real, you would have answered by now. If you were real, you wouldn't have hurt Blue Jay and I so badly. If you were real, my cousin wouldn't have been murdered. Dad wouldn't be an alcoholic. Mom wouldn't hate me. We wouldn't be poor. We wouldn't starve. I'd have real clothes. B-Boy wouldn't have exploited us. Candy wouldn't have moved here. Buzz would be alive. Jim wouldn't be sick. Muffin wouldn't have been stolen. And I would be happy. I'm done praying to a god who tortures me. I've been alone in this fight all along.
Paint War.
Dad promised a lot that summer, but we never got our vacation. We never got our treehouse. We got to rebuild our mobile home all over again, mourn the loss of our pets. All we got was hurt.
It was quiet this year. I spent many days up in trees writing poems about loss and pain, as depression glossed over my childhood like an unfinished cloud hiding the sun.
Phoebe, I made you something. It's a summer bucket list, full of fun things we can do together. Why don't we start checking some off?
She took my broken wings and helped me fly.
We had a paint war on our new trampoline as the sun set that day. We wore white t-shirts, each wielding our favorite colors as we splashed each other with paint.
One check mark at a time, we made that summer our own. Stay up until sunrise? Check. Make a friendship scrapbook? Check. Pick up the pieces from Candy's wrath and start to heal? Check.
I am Professor Srimmy Bubbles. Here's your order, sir. What is this terrible substance? Bluebird saved me. She made that summer so much better for us. I don't know if I would have made it without her.
Summer Nights.
Next up on the official Summer 2011 bucket list, go to a theme park. How are we gonna afford to do that?
Easy. Remember all that loose change we've been saving up in the pretzel jar?
Oh yeah! Our summer fund! Dad always collected coins for us to use to do fun things with. Can we really go to Busch Gardens?
Check.
We made the most of those seasonal passes. That park had extended hours called Summer Nights, where Bluebird and I would ride roller coasters in the dark.
Not only that, but we get to watch the fireworks show too. There was something different about them lately. Like, they weren't scary anymore. Not when I was with the people I love most.
Blackbird overcame a fear of wild childs, something I don't see often in my past. There was not much room for healing when you're still actively being wounded, but the fact it was possible, even then, gives me more hope than ever for myself now.
Shh! You're ruining the moment!
Oh, sorry! It's not like it's our life story or anything!
The Zipper. A random carnival came to town one summer. We grabbed everyone we knew and visited.
I got us some tickets, guys! What you want to ride first? How about that one? The Zipper!
Seems fun, right?
Wrong! That ride was torture! It slammed us around so bad, we were screaming for them to stop, but they just let us suffer!
After our brains were beaten to a pulp, we decided to play some fair games and avoid any more rides. We had our hearts set on saving as many plushies as we could from this evil place.
We loaded up on cotton candy and destroyed the ring toss stand. We got the most amount of points possible, which meant we won goldfish? Sir, we can't take these. My mom's gonna kill me.
Blackbird, I'm going to kill you!
I didn't mean to win fish. I wanted to rescue the stuffies.
How much cotton candy did we eat? How many games did we play? Bluebird and I rode a Ferris wheel. I remember that much. But the whole night was a blur after the overstimulation kicked in.
The cursed carnival came and went, never to be seen again. Thank God! I don't think Jim's fish tank can take any more fishies.
Anime.
we have a new obsession. Soul Eater. It's an anime. Bluebird, Blue Jay, and I all made cosplays of our favorite characters. Mine is Death the Kid.
We bounced around that trampoline with our life-sized weapons as if it wasn't the most dangerous thing on Earth.
Blue Jay only got hit a few times, Holly.
Y'all were crazy.
Yeah, crazy about anime. We watched the finale of the show all huddled up in blankets and sobbed into each other's arms for how beautiful and amazing it was.
This is where it all started. The black socks we cut to make fingerless gloves, the passion for superheroes and anime protagonists alike, braiding my hair to match my Soul Eater OC. Blackbird's entire being came into fruition.
Running through the yard, almost flying. In the foggy, humid night, I found myself in characters, in stories, in animation, in roleplay.
I don't know where I would be without its brightness and the everlasting dark. Death.
Why are you drawing such dark, evil things, Blackbird?
Oh, Death's not evil. He's actually really nice. He's from our favorite show.
Are you worshipping death?
No, Soul Eater is our new obsession, Dad. Like Avatar was.
You're obsessing over satanic shit, huh? Is that what Bluebird's teaching you?
No, Dad! Ugh! Death is a character! It's not bad, I promise. It's a cool Japanese cartoon we watch. I really love it, Dad. I need my hyperfixations now more than ever. They help me through everything. Those characters comfort me during my worst days.
It's not real.
Huh?
It's not real, Blackbird! Wake up! You're not a f***ing follower of Bluebird. You're not loving death in my house. And if you keep drawing this evil shit, I'll send you back to your mom's permanently.
I showed that man my heart, and he chose to rip it out of my chest. Everything I loved, he hated. He never sought to understand me, only control me. And that night, I really did see death. I saw it unfold right before my eyes.
I watched him die. He was still breathing, but he wasn't my dad anymore. He died.
Fundraiser.
If you sell 100 chocolate bars, you'll get to ride in a limo to an exclusive party with an inflatable bouncy house, endless pizza, and raffle prizes beyond your wildest dreams!
It was the world's weirdest submission to the coolest party of 8th grade. You turned in your empty box for a special rubber duck that was the key to getting into the limo for some reason.
Of course we were poor as freak! No matter how many times I went around my neighborhood, I only sold about 30 chocolates.
Are there any rules about having one golden customer?
I don't think so.
Then I'll take your entire stock!
Really?
Really, Jim bought the box and gave away candies to his customers and employees at his business. And I got my ugly-ass Batman ducky and attended the fundraising celebration.
I won a really cool camera at the raffle! It has a selfie mode. That's what you call it, right, Holly?
Yeah, selfie! You killed him.
Dad, you missed the turn to my school.
You're not going to school today.
It's Jim. Jim died.
I don't know how I knew, but I did. Mom fell on my bedroom floor in agony, hugging us tight, but her touch felt cold, wrong, deadly. I pushed her off me. I couldn't breathe. I went for the door I wouldn't even have without Jim.
She killed him. Mom killed Jim. She abandoned him when he needed her most. And he died of a heart attack alone in his apartment. Something that could have been prevented. Something even I could have saved him from.
Where are you going? Why aren't you crying? That's f***ed up, Blackbird. What's f***ed up is what you did, Mom. Your insatiable narcissistic supply cost me everything. You want to play victim, but you killed him.
I never got to say goodbye. I never got to thank him. I'm so angry! I'm so angry!
I was on fire, but I had to bury it deep inside. I never got to grieve how I needed to, just how everyone else wanted me to. But I will scream it now. I will sob it out loud that my mother abandoned and killed my stepfather. This murderous family, this curse I was born into. How if I spoke of it, I'd be dead next, is my deepest, darkest, ugliest truth. Balloons. It was dark. The icy wind brushed our hair as we stood in the dead, dry field of tombstones. Our balloons bounced obnoxiously behind us as we trudged onwards to his grave. Just me, Mom, Mimi, and my brother. The funeral was last week, but Jim's family did not allow us to attend. They never liked us to begin with, but especially because Mom killed him. I never know how to talk about this. How horrific death, murder, and all the events that follow truly is made worse by this cursed life I'm always questioning why I force myself through, especially if it will end like this. End with an unceremonious photo chosen by the sick bastards who barely raised you, perfectly portraying the exact person you are not, with feeble memorabilia scattered haphazardly from a glorified childhood that was nothing but abuse, pain, sickness, and suffering beyond measure, with everyone crying about how hard this is for them, spinning every little thing their way, stealing kids' college funds despite being fabulously rich to begin with, just for the pleasure of saying you could now, because Jim's not there to stop it. I never thought I'd have to witness my heroes die so many times before my young eyes, but I did. And every time I was forced to write poetry, throw balloons in the air, and cry, I saw myself in them. I saw my last era buried there, and how anyone who knew me would make fools of themselves the moment I wasn't there to protect everyone and myself. How even though it would be the end of me, it would be the start of a brand new way for others to use me. Once you are a victim, you are a victim forever. Cursed to be abused even when they've killed you. If they murder your body, they'll feast on your memories and taint them with lies. They are sick. They are cruel. They are evil. Jim fucking hated balloons.
Bear.
He's gone. It's quiet now. All I have left are the little things he left behind. The strokes of pain, the handmade details, his voice memos on my DS, spare arcade tokens, his beanie, that stupid button he gave Mom that blares corny pickup lines. Why is it in the junk drawer anyways? I hear it every time it opens. And every time I think of him and how he should be here. Maybe he still can be.
Happy Valentine's Day, Babinos!
That's a big box! What is it? What is it? Teddy bears?
Are those Vermont teddy bears? Jim, how expensive was this?
Don't worry about it. They're guaranteed for life, unlike me.
Oh, stop! Don't say shit like that. You're morbid.
Oh, Jim, I forgot about Bear. I'm sorry I didn't appreciate the gift that day, but now I will. I'll cherish everything you left behind. Always. Thank you.
Learn to fly.
I don't know what's worse, having everything or having nothing. I thought I was strong. I thought I was a hero, but I'm just a kid. A kid with broken wings. I was a fighter until the fight turned into a war I couldn't possibly stop. I was loud until the secrets silenced me into believing lies, or worse, telling them. I was angry, and I think I'll always be angry forever. I have to grow up. I can't be a kid, because if I am, I can't save the people I love most. I'm sorry, Wild Child. I'm sorry, Buzz. I'm sorry, Jim. Blue Jay, everyone. I'm sorry I failed. I'm sorry.
Blackbird! Blackbird, you didn't fail because you were never meant to be a hero. You're my inner preteen. You are my strength. You are my insecurities screaming to be loved and seen as worthy. You are every stomachache I conquer. Every time I show up for others when I can't even do it for myself. You are the most beautiful rose covered in thorns. And you are rare and spirited, and you are my freedom. And yet, you are my anger, my deepest, darkest feelings of hatred and vengeance, the loss, the heartbreak, the agony of your era, with all of its twisting, turning changes, will forever haunt and inspire me. Our wings may never fully heal, but we'll still learn to fly. It will always hurt, but we will soar. Being a hero means being that good person, despite all that pain. And while we were never meant to be one, we still choose it. Every time. That is strong. That is who we are. They broke our wings, but they will never break our spirit. We don't have to be heroes anymore. We'll be poets instead, fighting with words instead of fists. I'll carry this pain now. I'll never forget what you've done for us. I'll always remember. I'm turning the page on this story of ours. It's my turn to right the wrongs of our past and turn our pain into art.
Bloopers.
Not to brag, but I'll be a big middle schooler soon.
Middle schooler?
We had all our toys. Oh, good, blah. It's not even my year and I can't even talk. Wow. My favorite. You know what my favorite thing is? Talking. All named Queen. Hey.
Dinner! Oh my god, my voice!
That's what I sound like when I'm recording. I sound like
You're worse than Wild Child. Oh no.
Mommy Jim Blue. Oh, whoa, I'm screaming for no reason. Okay, let's chill out. Heck, even our bunk beds were in the hotel room were Jim's wearing off on me. I keep farting. Meow. Sorry. Meow. I'm gonna freaking swear. I'm gonna fucking swear. Oh god! No! Stop!
That man changed the I'm too late. No, we're not doing that. What do you expect from her, Wild Child? I expect her.
Hold on, everyone. My Tamagotchi needs help right now. Okay, thank you. Anyways.
The kind that no... Yeah, that kind of blackbird.
What? That's what Wild Child sounds like. But what's wrong with lying, Holly? Holly? I patented.
This is a dyslexia nightmare, bro. What is this word? Patented. Oh my god.
At the end of the year. End of the year. Why am I yelling?
Crying in my car right after recording. Goddamn, my life sucks. Why do I have to animate it? Oh right, I'm healing or something. This is fine. I love my life. No, I don't.
We're on the first episode and we can't move on. This is called the Siren Song. When there's a siren in the background because you live in the city, it's really shitty. This is a siren song. We can't do anything about it, so we have to wait until they pass by. This is a siren song. God, I just want to record my life story. Stop being so annoying. This is a siren song.
Oh, shimglass. Shimglass? That's not what that says. Hello, dyslexia.
Diagnose. They were soon diagnosed. Oh no, not the diagnosis. I'm not gay. I can't even say the words without my voice cracking because it's not true because I'm gay.
That what? I sound like a crocodile. The best memory I have with daddy.
We got the Wild Child energy in the recorded booth today.
Yay! One night, oh god, the puberty's hitting. Arcade!
Hey, put the dogs away! Put the dogs away! Hey! Rotten brat. You hear that, Blackbird? You're a brat!
Oh no! Whatever am I gonna do? Sit around the fire and still tell stories about Stife.
Well, your daddy needs to keep his eyes off other girls during the night.
I'm evil.
You two sit at the opposite ends of you understand? Okay, now do that right now.
What the hell, lady? Lost your goddamn mind.
While Blue Jay... Oop, that's not Blue Jay. There's too many blue birds in this stupid freaking era. God damn.
I know! It's so confusing!
Eat a pretzel every time I was... Every time, you better eat one. Oh god, she's turned into a turkey. Oh shit.
I thought the magnetic fuck me!
It's not even your arrow. Stop.
Oh, this is a dyslexic fucking nightmare. Jesus Christ.
Why is everyone cussing so much? Please put it in the jar. Put it in the jar right now.
I'm broke. I don't have any money. I'm just a child.
Then stop cursing.
I got a rock.
Okay, that works as payment, I guess.
No bars? Oh, look, I'm turning into Parker.
Sound like that. Oh god, I just proved my own point wrong. No!
I cuddled with my pad with Periods are so great. I'm so happy.
I'm such a good voice actor. I can read so good.
#1 reader. You get a gold star. Bluebird saved me. Oh my god. She saved me. I got us some ticket, guy. go blah, blah, blah. We loaded up on cotton candy and destroyed the ring stars.
That line turned her evil, apparently. Oh, sorry. It's not like it's our story or
Yeah, that's what I thought. Can't even talk right.
I at you first.
No.
God, you guys are spitting everywhere. Stop.